Welcome back, boys and girls. Let's roll on into the rest of our lesson. Welcome back, boys and girls. During our lessons, we've learned several rules for the spelling of the k sound. Let's bring down one of our rules to help us remember. Our K and C spelling rule. K before E, I, or Y, and C before A, O, U, or any other consonant. This is how we spell the k sound at the beginning or middle of a word. How do we spell the k sound at the end of a word? We use CK after a short vowel, like in black, duck, or lock. We use K after a consonant or vowel digraph, like milk, book, or week. We use KE after a long vowel, like broke, like, and make. Today, we'll learn another way to spell the k sound at the end of a word. Let's take a look at these words. Plastic, sonic, rustic, majestic. How is the k sound spelled at the end of each of these words? That's right, it's spelled with the letter C. When we used our other rules for spelling the k at the end of the words only had one syllable. Let's take a look at these words. Remember, we've learned that a syllable must have a vowel sound. Let's count our vowel sounds to see how many syllables are in each word. 1, 2. So there are 2 syllables in the word plastic. Let's take a look at the word sonic. How many vowels do you see? 1, 2. So there are 2 syllables in the word sonic. Let's look at the word rustic. How many vowels do you see? 1, 2. So there are 2 syllables in the word rustic. And let's look at the word majestic. Look carefully. How many syllables are in this word? How many vowels do you see? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 syllables in this word. So let's take a look at our rule. Today we are learning that we use a C at the end of a word with 2 or more syllables. Before, we've learned that when I say k, we write K, C, final digraph CK, K, KE. Today, we're going to add to it. And we're going to put now, whenever I say the k sound, you will say and write K, C, final digraph CK, K, KE, comma, C. Great job, boys and girls. Let's practice coding some words up on the board. Let's take a look at our first word. Look at the end of the word. What do we see? We see suffix S, so let's go ahead and box it in. I know that when suffix S comes after the letter K, it's going to make its unvoiced sound. It's going to go S, 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 so we can leave it alone. What else do we see? We see digraph TH, so let's go ahead and underline it. And I know in this word, digraph TH, it's going to make its unvoiced sound also. So it's going to go f, 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 so we can leave it alone. What else do we need to code? That's right, our vowel. Is it followed by a consonant? So we're going to code it with a breve, and it's going to be short. Let's go ahead and let's read this word. Thanks. Thanks. During Thanksgiving, we give thanks for everything we have. Thanks. Let's take a look at this phrase. Let's start from the beginning. How do we code this letter when it's all by itself as a word? That's right. We code it with a schwa. Remember, it is better to read like we talk. We sound like better readers. So instead of saying, a cat is in my backyard, I would say, a cat is in my backyard. Let's look at our next word. What needs to be coded in this word? That's right. Digraph OO. Very good. Now let's look at our last word. Look at the end of the word. It is sneaky E, so we're going to cross it out and it jumps over to make the vowel long and say its name. Let's read this phrase together. A good time. Let's look at our last phrase. Do you see any easy or obvious codings we can do? Yes, the letter C. We need to draw a K back on it to remind us that it makes the k, k, k sound. Now let's look for our vowel consonant pattern. I see vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel pattern right there. And let's draw our syllable divider line, and we're going to put an accent after the first syllable. Now let's go ahead and let's code our first syllable. Do you see a vowel? Is it followed by a consonant? A vowel followed by a consonant is coded with a breve. But hold on a moment. I know that sometimes the vowel A or O, when it comes before the letter N, makes the schwa sound. So we're going to code it with a schwa to remind us that it's going to go Now let's look at our second syllable in this word. What do we see at the end? There's sneaky E again. So let's cross it out. And remember, it jumps over to make the vowel long and say its name. Hold on. We've got one more thing we need to do to this word. Yes, we have the letter S right there between the U and sneaky E. You see it? I know that when the letter S comes after a vowel sound, it's going to make the Z, Z, Z sound. It's going to make its voice sound. So let's draw a voice line through it to remind us that it's going to go zzz. Let's look at our last word. Look carefully at the vowel. Yes, there's nothing after it. So an open, accented vowel is long, and we coat it with a macron. What's the rest of that rule? An open, accented vowel. There we go. Let's go ahead and let's read this phrase. Confuse me. Confuse me. Oh, sometimes you all like to confuse me with the things you are telling me. All right, but hold on a second. Confuse me. I think I hear the accent in the word confuse in the second syllable. Also, I know that the word confuse is a verb. It's a feeling or something that we do. So when we have a verb, the accent goes at the second syllable. So let's move over our accent mark. There we go, all done. Great job today, boys and girls. Don't forget, use that final k spelling rule that we've been talking about. See if you can find words that have each of those spelling patterns. We'll see you later. Bye.